Alright, so we're working on the 2011 Nissan Murano SL all-wheel drive. Gonna drain the CVT transmission fluid. Just gonna pull the plug, see how much comes out, and replace it. That's simple. Hopefully it's that simple. First thing we're gonna do is check the existing fluid, so you know about these dipsticks. They got that little notch down there. Have to stick the screwdriver in that notch, and you're pushing on the tab that's inside of the dipstick here. It's hard to see, right below my finger right there. You're pushing in on that tab so you can get it out. And when you're checking the fluid, don't push it back in the same way it came out. Take it out, turn it around so it's not locking back in place. That way you can just pull it in and out like a regular dipstick. But anyways, car's hot, car's in park, and the car's running. And you can see it's right at the top of the hash mark. Yeah, it is right at the top. Might even be a little bit overfilled. So anyways, that's the color of it right there. Definitely got a little brownish tint to it. So we're going to get this thing up on ramps, try to get it as level as possible. Pull that plug, drain it, refill it. Because I'm not exactly sure how much is going to come out. I'm guessing between 4 and 5 quarts, but we'll find out, hopefully. So here's the fluid I got off eBay. I'm going to go with the Nissan NS-2 fluid. That's what it's supposed to have. And as you know, this stuff's very expensive, so I bought 5 quarts off eBay. And it was $90 shipped. Free shipping, $90 free shipping. So that's, I don't know what that is, just less than $20 a quart. So it's expensive, but you don't have to do this all the time, so I think it's worth it. Hopefully one of these sockets is going to fit. So anyways, let's check it out. So here's the outside of the car. It's a nice car. I've had it for about a year. Black on black, black tinted windows. But let's look underneath. I live in Minnesota, so you know where I'm going with this. I mean, it's beautiful on the outside. Let's look underneath. All right. There's your passenger side tire. There's your oil pan. There's your drain plug for the oil pan. Look at the rust. I mean, it is just starting to peel off. Here's your muffler. Here's your heat shields. I mean, here's this heat shield. I can hear this heat shield rattling when I start it up. Now this is a 2011. Look at this. Look at that heat shield. That's the one I'm hearing when I start it. This is a 2011 with just over 100,000 miles on it. And look at the corrosion. So I'm going to get underneath this thing with the wire brush before this winter and do some sanding, do some painting and primering. Okay, let's get maneuvered here. Here's your transmission, and here's that plug, and you can see the corrosion, and I'm going to spray some WD-40 on it and see if that helps, and let's see what happens. All right. So that's a 10 millimeter that I had to tap up in there. To get it up in there, I had to tap on it pretty good. Must be a lot of rust in there. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of rust in there. I'm gonna put a little breaker bar on it and see what happens. Ooh, there it goes. Alright, it's loose. Just one good snap. This is gonna be hot because I gave it pretty good warm up, so hopefully it won't make too much of a mess. Keep coming straight down. And there you go. It sure doesn't look very clear. It's really coming out. Ah, these fucking oil pans make such a goddamn mess. That looks like more than 4 quarts, but could be wrong. So there's nothing on the drain plug. It's clean. I mean, it's perfectly clean. I don't even see a crush washer on there. Unless it's stuck. Unless it's stuck to the oil pan. There's a rubber O-ring gasket around the bottom of this plug. Yeah, so here's the plug. There's nothing, I mean, there's no crush washer. So it's been just a couple minutes since I pulled the plug, and you can see it's still dripping, so we'll give it a little more time, but there's your drain area. So we'll measure this as soon as it's done. Alright, so it's pretty much finished draining. I put the plug back in, no problems there. Got a 5-quart empty oil container that we're going to dump the old stuff back into, hopefully without making too much of a mess. So it's my understanding that the transmission itself holds 9.2 quarts from what I found online. Looks like we're at about the 2.5 quart mark, somewhere in there. Feels like we got about 2 quarts left. That's pretty much it. So okay, it's less than 5 quarts, but it's pretty darn close to 5 quarts. There might be a little residual in there, but not much. Let's check it out. So, wipe off my hands here a little bit. Let's see, where we at? It's pretty obvious where the line is. This is the quart side, that's the liter side. 4 quarts, 4 liters. So it's about 4.5 quarts. Whoops, sorry. So here's the Yeah, about 4.5 quarts. You can see the distance between the 3 and the 4. That's right about 4.5 quarts. So I'm going to drive it. I'm going to put 4.5 quarts in it, then I'm going to drive it. And I'm going to check it hot. There's the dirty stuff. Got a clean bottle right here. Like I said, 110,000 roughly. 110,000 miles roughly. And there's the clean stuff. This oil is clear. I mean, there's not much color to it. So, and I'm going to change it. This is the first time it's been changed as far as I know. And I am going to change it probably next year sometime, probably around 7, 8, 9,000 miles from now. Good luck.